welcome to the Giving Flower podcast number 3. We're working on number 3. I'm going to try to do this a little bit quieter because my podcasts that I like to watch are very, very quiet, so I'm going to try to do this. Hi, I'm Kimber Lolly on Pinterest, Ravelry, Plurk, everywhere. I'm Kimber Lolly, and this is Alexander.
Yeah.
Can you say hi?
Hi.
Okay. He needs to say something too. I don't want to go to work. Let's get right to it. What I've been working on this week. Now, first things first, Shelly. Just wanted to tell you my day so far today. I have run, 20 kilometers this morning?
Yeah.
20 kilometers.
25.
No, it was like somewhere in there. I don't know. It was pretty much, so I just didn't pay any attention. I hit 20 and I just kind of kept going. And then we came back and I made pancakes for the kids. I sewed 2 quilts. This one. And then I sewed this quilt, if you can see. I knit a couple hats. And what did we make for dinner? Turkey dinner. And it's now pretty late. So that was my day. It was a pretty slow day, but yeah, that's how it was. Just kidding. Anyway, Shelly, thanks for the great comment. It made us both giggle. So anyway, that is not what my day was. I made those quilts back when the kids were babies. And Shelly left a really cute comment, which we adored, right?
Yeah.
Made us laugh. So thank you, Shelly, for sending us a comment. Let's talk about finished product. What I did finish. In between podcasts, it takes us a while to get the podcast finished because with all the problems we've been having.
Yeah, because we don't have one camera that we use all the time.
Okay, tell them. Talk to them, not to me.
We just change the cameras we're using, so yeah.
So it doesn't make it easy for us. We haven't gotten to a routine yet, but we're trying to make it work. And so hopefully this will be up pretty soon, and we'll get to a point where we can do this maybe once a week, or once every 2 weeks is kind of the goal.
2 weeks.
Once every 2 weeks, so at least I have something to show, because I am working full time and I have my 2 people to take care of with everything else that's going on. But I am a psycho knitter, have to knit all the time, so I get a lot done. Now, first things first. I told you last week where I got a cutoff that I was sending off Christmas presents. I told you these 2 cowls. I knit the 2 cowls, one for my sister and one for my sister-in-law, plus the hats, one for my mom, my sister-in-law, and my sister. I haven't sent them off yet because I panicked and thought my dad doesn't have anything. Dad's got to have something, and I'm hoping he's not watching this. I talked to my mom this morning. She might be watching this. Kind of hope not yet because she's getting these. But I quickly cast on.
Tell it.
I'm going to tell it. Don't worry, they won't watch. And I'm going to send this out this week. I knit a hat for my dad, and it's the Cousteau hat. And I watched one of my absolute favorite podcasts is Knit One Heart Two. I adore them. I'm originally from Massachusetts, and Sheila and Wendy, I adore you guys. Adore you guys. Love to watch you guys. Makes me feel like home listening to you two. Just talk, and you guys are so funny. I love it. And so, hit the mouse. And so I was watching them, and Sheila made this hat for her brother, and I thought, oh, that's perfect. Perfect. Free pattern, can't get any better. So I went out and bought 2 balls of Lana Grossa Super Lana, which is, I love Lana Grossa. It's my favorite yarn store. There's a yarn store right around the corner from my work, which is so dangerous. It's bad, bad, bad. And here in Germany, we have a personal U and not personal, it's an informal and a formal U. And usually when you talk to someone at a store, it's formal. This woman knows me so well now, we call each other by our first names, which is unheard of. She's an older woman, she's a grandmother a couple times, quite a few times, and so it's unheard of for us to call each other by our first names. I live at this yarn store. Shh, don't tell anybody. That we call each other by our first name. So it's my favorite of all times yarn store. And I go there when I have a problem and need to get some yarn. So I went there and I got 2 balls of Lana Grossa Super Lana, and I cast on this hat, and I think it took me 2 maybe 3 days to knit it, and this is it. You can see it. It's very simple, but it's got a great spiral top. It's called the Cousteau hat, and here it is. And it's nice and long. Last year I knit, can you put him down? This is the other co-host. I don't know if you guys can see him. He's our fur ball that does not like to be touched. Strangely enough, he doesn't like to be touched, so he cries.
He's called Pip.
Yeah, that's Pip. So you can let him down. The other one's coming because she hears him crying. Wants to come to his aid, which never happens. Anyway, so I knit my dad for Christmas a hat last year, and it wasn't warm enough for his ears. So he kept it and went home, and I thought this year I'm going to make one that's warm, warm, warm for his ears. So this is it, and I love it. I think it's great. It's a little bit big, and a lot of people had said in the comments for this hat that it was really big because it's 140 stitches casted on. I knit it on a 3.5 needle, and this yarn was the yarn gauge on a 4mm needle. So I just went down. Here, go ahead and put it on. Looks good on him. Still a little bit big. But I went down a 1/2 needle. Don't do that, pointy head. God, I love it. I think it's so cute. So I fell in love with this hat. So I decided, goof bucket, that I would knit one for us. So I'm going to knit a couple for us. And of course, I was sick this week. I had strep throat, so I had to stay home. And in between staying home, I knit this one in a 1.5 days because this one's a smaller version. This one fits better, and it fits my daughter really well. So she'll probably get this for Christmas. She won't watch this. So this one's the next one. I love it. I think they're adorable.
I know that one fits better.
It fits better? Do you want to try this one on? So this is the smaller size. It's a great pattern. Oh, and I did do some modifications. So put it on right. Let's just see. Put it on right. Let's see. I did some modifications. She said do the decreases right before 2 purling rows. If you can see that, I don't really like that as much. This one, I did the decreases right before 2 knit rows, and I like that one better. So I've written the modifications in my Ravelry notes. So you can see those if you want to. So these are the 2 hats that I've knit this week. This one is going out. Oh, I don't have my little tags. Want to go get my little giving flower tags? Are upstairs.
Do you want to do your Berlin? Tell about your Berlin design you're making?
No, shh. Oh. That's a secret. Secret. So that's what I've been working. That's a finished product, whatever. That's one of them. My lane splitter. My skirt. I wore it. I forgot to bring those down. I wore my lane splitter skirt that I made out of Neurocurion. I wore it to church on last Sunday. I finished making the casing on it I just used a brown, sorry about that, I'm back. It's kind of hard to describe something when I don't have it. So, ran upstairs and I got my skirt. Here she is, my lane splitter from Knitty.com. And like I said, I wore this to church, loved it. It's fabulous. Love this skirt. So awesome. I only used 5 balls of Norion for this. And what I did is I picked up stitches with a smaller needle. I'm not quite sure. It's in my notes on Ravelry. Picked up stitches and I made a little casing, bound off loosely. I think I did. Some really, really stretchy bind off. And then I sewed it to itself to make the casing for the elastic. Now there's elastic in it. Done. Perfect. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So this is one of my favorites.
Looks nice.
It's pretty, isn't it? The colors are cool. Bunt. Do you remember our German word from last week?
Oh, yeah.
This is bunt, but I love bunt. So, that's the lane splitter from Knitty.com. And my mystery hat is finished. Now, come on over here. I don't know if you're in.
Yeah.
Here's my mystery hat. It's all finished. Here she is. She's really pretty. I finished her, and I only did 1 repeat. Woolly Wormhead said you could do 1.5. I did the medium size because I like my hats to fit snugly. I don't like them loose. That drives me nuts. So I wanted it snug. And hold on, not yet. And so I only did 1 repeat following the pattern. And I thought at first, oh no, it's going to be too small. Then I blocked it, and of course blocking does wonders. And it's alpaca, it's baby alpaca, and I don't know, super soft. I love to wear it. The only problem is alpaca doesn't hold, it's not like wool. Wool, I just love merino wool that just pulls back. And so the ribbing on this, I just feel like it's pulling out and it's staying out. It fits, it's wonderful, it looks adorable, it doesn't fit like I really want it to. I'm super happy with it. It's just not my favorite hat of all times, but I do love it. I love the color. It matches my coat. My coat's a little bit lighter, and right now I'm trying to make some gloves to match. So we'll see. Love fingerless gloves. Go ahead, you can put it on now. Fingerless gloves when I'm driving in the car in the morning. So let's just see how you look. Little French boy. There we go. My little girl. Oh, you're so sweet, Nancy. Little House on the Prairie. Nellie. Anyway, so, geek.
Yeah, you're right. It's not really...
It's not really stretchy. It doesn't stretch back like a ribbing should. That's my only complaint. My only complaint is I would probably knit this in another wool of some kind. Or what I could do, and I hate to do this because I think it's a pain, is to put a little elastic in this. So it kind of is snugger on my head. But it's cute. It's got a pretty, pretty pattern. I adore the pattern and I love hats. So I will probably knit another one because that's what I do. I knit, love hats. So here she is. She looks pretty. So that's the pattern, if you can see. It's of course dark, which doesn't make anything easy to see, especially on camera, but it keeps your ears warm, and that's what you need in the morning. And I also noticed with my other woolly warm head that I made last year, it kind of pushed on my ears after a while and made them hurt after wearing it for a couple hours, because I drove around this week to bring the kids to school and to do everything, and I haven't had on the whole time, and it kind of pushed on my ears after a while. Well, I think this one almost didn't. I'll wear it for a while and let you know how I feel. I think one of the really good things about Ravelry, and important things, is not just right after you make something, but kind of putting notes after you've worn it for a while to say, I like the yarn, it stretched out, it didn't stretch out, because once you've made it and you put it on, it looks great, but once you wear it 3 times, that's when you really know if you like the project. So that's what I will do. I've worn it so far. I've worn it quite a few times, and it's not bad. It's just not my favorite. So that's my other finished project for this week, and that's pretty much it on finished projects. Yeah, Alita's hat. My Corinne. No, actually, this one last week I had a personal development day. I had 2 days of personal development where we talked about assessment at school. And I can concentrate better when I'm busy, when I'm doing something with my hands. And obviously I knit when these days come. I think, oh yay, it's perfect knitting time. So I had this with me, my Perfect Little One, which I knit on, and you can't, I'm going to have to start.
I thought it was bat shawl.
A bat shawl. Perfect Little One is what it's really called.
Oh.
And I'm going to have to do the stitch marker thing so you can see how far I've gone, because I knit on this for 2 days and I don't see any progress. But it's just...
How much about did you do? Like
well, I would say I did about that much on there. So I did quite a bit, because the rows get long. You put yarn overs, which you add a stitch here and here. And here you add another stitch each row. So you're adding stitches all the time, so the rows are getting ridiculously long as you go. So, let's see. Bottom of my head, sorry. This is, you know, you have these things. This is how much yarn I have left.
I think it's black on there.
It is. It is black.
Now you can't see the purple.
No, you can't see the purple, but that's okay. We've just talked about this before.
Yeah, but they recorded on the
Yeah, we recorded on this too.
Yeah.
But this is how much I have left. It's a Wollmeise ball, so it's a little bit longer than normal. So we'll see. That's my brainless knitting. I take it everywhere I go whenever I have something like a personal development day, where our meetings, anything like that, where I don't have to think and I can just knit. Are we going?
Yeah.
Okay, hi. So sorry, the battery went dead. So,
We got cut off again.
one more time.
Maybe
That's okay.
Call this one cut off in the middle again.
No, we're going to make a new name for this one. We have a problem every week. Please don't. We have a problem every week. That's okay. That's fine. It's a learning process. We're going to get through this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, where I was telling you about my Corinne sweater. And I've been working on
What?
Corinne.
Did you already show this one?
Nope, I haven't showed this one. I was just pulling it out of my bag when the camera turned off. So we're not quite sure where we are. We have a guest star. She's waiting. But I'm going to show you a little bit more. Here's my Corinne. This is how far I am, and I'm at this almost at the sleeve. I think I have another row of short rows. So, here I am. It's my sweater. Almost at the second sleeve, and I cannot wait to wear this. In fact, I really wanted to get this one done this weekend, and then the hat problem came. So I had to do all the hats. Yeah, so that's this one. You know what? Could you please stop? Thank you. Okay. She's making funny faces in the background. So she's going to come. She's got some stuff to show. You know, we're never quiet around here. So that's my other work in progress. And while we were waiting, the funny part, while we were waiting for the battery to recharge, we went out and got the mail. What came? My Interweave knit.
Oh, yeah.
And it always takes longer to get to Germany, but here she is. And I quickly looked at her, and I love Interweave knits. I don't care what anyone else says. I like my Interweave knits. And I was looking through her, and I found a couple patterns that I adore. And
Oh, yeah,
I know,
you have to
I will.
show them
I
too.
will. The first one is this one. I don't know if you can see. Yep, you can see.
Yeah,
it.
you
It's all
can
right.
see it.
This one, I adore. I love this sweater. I think it's really pretty. The only thing is I don't like reverse stocking knit. It just looks like it's inside out. So that's the only thing. I would make this sweater, I think, normal stocking knit, and then, yeah, instead of reverse stocking knit. And then these slippers, are they not adorable? I'm a big slipper person. I'm not into socks right now. I've had my sock thing. Can you hit that? I've had my socks. Yeah, I love slippers. He's showing his slippers.
Yeah.
These are the slippers I made and felted for him. And then he got holes in them, so I sewed. Go ahead, you can say it.
And she sewed soles on them here.
Yeah, so he can wear them again, and they are
And
just
they're nice
being
and
dressed.
soft.
Very cool, very cool. So those are them. And then, love slippers. These mittens. Love,
A little letter.
love, love, love these mittens. These are something I would make. Quick, easy, cables. Love it. Another really cute pattern is this one. This hat. That's adorable. This one right here. Alita asked. She's sitting over there in our guest star chair.
Blue or?
The green one. Although the other one's pretty, but that's all embroidered on there. It's pretty, but it's not my favorite. And then, of course, I love hoods and vests. I remember in the 80s when vests were big and I wore a vest every day. This one I love, this pattern. Really like that one. Nice big chunky yarn would take all of 2 seconds. It is, it's a chunky yarn. It would take 2 seconds to knit that. So look how big that is.
Mom, but you can knit pretty fast.
Well, not really. I'm not all the fastest. But that's all right. It's not a contest. I will beat you. But that's okay. It's not a contest. Anyway, here is. I love this one. Now this is one that I think I will knit. Love. Go get her. Love this sweater. I'm trying to look to see what you can see.
Yeah, you can see them.
Yeah. Oh, love this one. And I might even do this one. I'm thinking this is cozy. Looks cozy. And I'm pretty sure this is from. This is chunky yarn too. Big yarn. Fast knit. Now what I thought was funny is this hat. If you look at this hat. Very, very interesting hat. And then you look at this hat. Look at the similarities.
They look almost the same.
Isn't that
Yeah.
funny? It's the same. It's a very, very similar pattern. If you look here, and I don't think you can see because it's too dark. you look there, you can see the pattern, the ribbing pattern.
There.
It's like, not ribbing, it's a cabled pattern.
Here.
Okay.
And
And then, if you look on this, you see the same pattern. Interesting. But of course, knitting is not something new. No one is making anything new. We're just putting different stitches together to make something different. But I do like this hat. Of course I do. I just knit one very similar to it. There it is. Love it, love it.
But how
So?
does that work? It's that long.
Yeah, but that's
And,
how the patterns are.
Oh.
You know, like the one I'm making right now. Shh, it's a secret. My pattern,
go like
yeah,
here
and then I
and
have to
here
do,
and here.
yeah, and then I have to do the tip.
Now I get
I haven't
it.
done the tip yet. He helped me do my pattern this morning. It's a secret. Our special guest star is coming back.
I didn't
Oh,
find her, and I
okay.
thought the
Super
Okay.
idea.
her hat
So, that's Interweave Knits. Love it.
was like,
I will review things on here that I like. I have books and books and books because I love books. Knitting books, and I'm thinking maybe I'll just take a knitting book every day or every time we do a podcast, and we'll review it and show some things that we love. So just got this 10 minutes ago, so we're very, very good. I wanted to show you really quickly cards that I made, and I think they're so cool. I had made this, and I don't know if you can see. I think you can.
Yeah.
It's a little card that I made. I drew this Giving Flower. Oh, we never told why we're called the Giving Flower, Alita.
big. I say it.
Yeah, but you've got to go get the book.
Oh yeah, get the book.
Go get the book. My guest star is going to get the book. The Giving
still
Flower.
have
When
something
I started my blog years ago, I named my blog The Giving Flower.
I didn't find the book. I only found the cover. I remember. I didn't find the book.
You can go get the cover. Go get the cover. We can show that.
But
um,
just
Bring it down. I named it The Giving Flower because I wanted something different. I didn't want Knit Pod or Knit Bod and blah, like everybody else. I wanted something different, and mine was The Giving Flower. And Alita, my guest star host, what do you call her? My
Coal something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She will explain to you why I'm called the Giving Flower. Well, anyway, I drew this flower, and I drew a sewing needle, and knitting needles, and yarn, and thread. And that was going to be my blog symbol, my trademark. And so I drew this with the thread, the Giving Flower. This is an original one that I did ages ago. And so, that's my Corinne. I think that's what I was saying. And it's a day of problems. Nothing new for this household. So, guest star is coming up next, but I just wanted to show you, for my guest star, she would love a red sweater with a hood. And so I looked in my stash, and my mom had given me this yarn. It's red, 100% virgin wool, it says. It doesn't say much. It says the Wool Shop 4-ply Brittany, moth-proof and hand-washable. Don't know any more than that. Don't know what the gauge is or anything. But
That's a
this
mystery
is
yarn.
it's a mystery yarn. I have 5 skeins of this, so this is going to be a sweater for our special guest star. And I actually cast on a few stitches, but I haven't continued because those hats got in the way. So that's on the needles. That's how much I have of that. That will continue at some point. I knit on whatever I want to knit on, and that will come. And then I have a mystery knit today, or actually, was it yesterday? Yesterday was Friday. I went out and bought this yarn, and it's Crazy Saubabal, green and blue, and it's so pretty. I love it. I love
You
it.
see it?
So very pretty.
Oh yeah, you can see
Okay.
it.
It's so very pretty. I love it. It's got blues and greens. And I'm going to pair this with my Regia silk in black, which is super soft. And this is one of my favorite sock yarns. It's 2 sock yarns. This will be paired together to make a mystery knit. You will find out about this at some point. I've started it today. We worked on the graphs and things for it today. We'll have to see if it turns out. I have no idea. I've done this before. Don't know if it'll work. We'll see. So that's my next thing. We're not going to show that because that's on the needles. It was knitting while I was waiting. And I would like my special guest star to come over here.
Okay.
Come on over. And this is my special guest star. Of course, you don't have any of your things.
It's over there.
Okay. Go ahead. Do you want to say hi and who you are?
Hi. I am Alida, and I also knitted things, and I'm gonna show them.
Okay, go ahead.
This.
No, show what you've knit.
So,
Let's see. Show baby's hat first.
okay.
Show baby.
So this is baby, my baby. Hello.
This is baby.
And I've
And
knitted.
baby she's had since birth, so she
And
has
I
started.
thought it would be good to make a hat.
Okay, put it up. You got to put it up and show.
So I made a hat, but
She started it.
yes, I started it, and yeah, and the colors change here. Then
You got to hold it up. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Super.
and yeah,
So we'll see how that goes. Back in the bag. Very good. And where are you right now? Are you on the decreases?
I think so.
I think she's on the decreases. Baby will have a warm head at some point.
Now I'm gonna show.
And you can show this blanket.
Wait.
Oh, what you did
This?
knit. Oh.
Is baby scarf kind of?
Mm-hmm. That is a scarf. That's not a kind of. You have to hold it up here because I can't
Okay.
see it way down there.
This is
Show
baby
baby up
scarf.
here. This is baby's scarf. See? Same
And-
sock yarn.
Yeah, and it changed color as you see. It was my first, so there are a few holes in it. But
Character. It gives the character. Don't worry.
yeah, it's getting smaller.
No,
but-
it's not. You don't point out the mistakes. This is what we wanted. We wanted it to get smaller. It's got the dynamics of an arrow. A little wider on the end.
So-
And makes it
Can you
fun.
see that on Ravelry?
Yes. Alita has her own Ravelry.
It will be in the show notes.
We will link this scarf. If you're curious, the pattern, it was her own creation. She's a designer.
But it's just pearl and knitted.
Just
Somehow.
another project that we've started.
Now,
Our interest isn't too good. Oh, anyway, we flip.
this is, I started a blanket for my doll. She's called Kit.
Bring her over here. This is Kit. Oh, Kit, you've got bed head, honey. A little bit of bed head here, sweetie.
And yeah, and for my
She's got
birthday,
bed clothes, too. Her clothes are a mess. Mm-hmm. And so,
And-
wait a minute, stick with this. So she's knitting this for her baby as a
yeah,
blanket.
here's a big hole.
No, there's no hole in it. I don't see a hole.
And yeah, here
This is a
it's
buttonhole.
pearl. Is that pearl or knitted?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's all purl and knitted.
Okay,
It's
all
a special
pearl and
design.
knitted. Now for my birthday, my mom here
Some awesome lady.
knitted this blanket.
Because the other one was taking too long. Kit was cold.
And here we made a bed.
Yeah, I made a bed for her out of paper mache. We'll show that another day. So Kit has a bed. Now she has a blanket.
And you can
I
also.
can't see this.
You want to sit?
You got it over here.
And
Okay.
you can like make it into a shawl kind of thingy,
Mhm.
which is quite long.
That's pretty. Anyway. Okay.
So
And
wait,
by the way, I just have to mention, Kit is wearing designer clothes by that
Except for
wonderful
that,
lady that made the blanket.
Except for the shoes.
Except for the
that.
shoes and the sweater, she is
And
wearing
she-
designer clothes.
My mom here made so many clothes, and even
Kit.
for my friend. Yeah, for a kid,
open
not
it.
for me.
I can't open the button. I'm too old for these things. Anyway, Kit is wearing a jean skirt.
That
Made
she made,
by
and see,
the new
you
designer.
can open the pocket in the back here, or you can put something in. See, and she put that design on it.
Yep, and the shirt has the same thing. It's a little polo shirt. With a
And
little
she
design
made
on
a
it.
hat.
Oh yes, and I made the Willy Wormhead hat that I had made for Alita last year.
Yes, and so we can wear the same.
So Kit has the same hat. That's probably why she has a bedhead. Wearing her hat too long. So there we go.
Wait, my.
What? Oh yes, and finger knitting. Kit, go to sleep.
Oh wait.
No, finger knitting. And
So,
Alita's
here-
newest fascination is, I don't think it's called finger knitting though.
I don't know what it's called.
I don't either know what it's called.
It's
I don't either.
something. So
Here is a big, long,
it doesn't end.
fun
Oh, here it goes.
worm that she's made.
Yeah,
I'm not quite
and
sure
see,
what we're gonna do.
you can
You've got to
see
be.
it's
You've got
like
to. Yeah. Okay. Now show them how you do it.
somehow pearl. And now here
Now
I
we're
started
gonna go.
another color. This yarn you get from I think Kitty.
Mhm.
It's like also changing colors, like pink and green and purple kind
Very pretty. Who picked that out?
of. Very funny.
Hmm.
So this is how you make it. You buy this stick and then you buy some yarn. I don't know where the sticks you can buy, but here.
I do.
You take, oh wait a minute, you take that, go over, then it should look like this. You take this one, put it over the other one,
Hold it up high.
and wait a minute.
Yeah, you did it right. You know you did it right.
Yeah, but, yeah. And then you take this one, the bottom one, and put it over that one, and then you pull it through, and what do you get? The same thing. Only it's a little thinner than this. But otherwise, it's good.
And what are we going to do with that? We're going to braid it together and make a cool scarf. Yeah, it's something. We're going to make something fun.
And I also have other yarn. And I like to talk.
Okay.
Now this is why we call the Giving Flower the Giving Flower. Here you see, it's a book called The Giving Tree.
Okay. The Giving Tree by?
By Shel Silverstein. And here, I'm just going to show some page. Like, this is the Giving Tree. And that's a boy who always came and got older, and soon he was an old man and sat on it. That's why we call it the Giving Flower.
Okay. I call it The Giving Flower because this is one of our favorite books when the kids were little.
I thought because...
1 second. The old man, because I'm an old man. Because when the kids were little, I read this book to them. And it's a story about a tree that gives and gives and gives. And I wanted my blog to be an inspirational blog. Something that gives and gives and gives like a mom does. A tree gives and doesn't expect anything back. They just get stuff back. Please stop.
It's a living pig.
And it gives and gives and gives. And I always wanted a little girl because I wanted my little girl to be able to knit and sew and do everything like I do. And when I finally had my little girl, I was so excited that I love that everything was about flowers and pink. So I said, like the Giving Tree, we'd call it the Giving Flower. Okay? So that's why my blog is called the Giving Flower. Okay?
And I...
One
Wow.
last thing, and then I want my other co-host to come on over.
Yeah. So this, as you see it, came out of our Überraschungsei, kind of. And I got it from my friend. And it's a sheep knitting.
Perfect. Not too close.
And then
Okay.
here is a sheep on it, if you can see
A
it.
sheep on it.
A sheep on the scarf.
Oh, okay.
Sheep on the scarf. And then, as you see, she has 2 knitting balls here, 1 knitting ball there,
Okay.
and 1 knitting ball on her head.
Okay.
And yeah,
There.
that's the knitting sheep.
Okay. Thank you, Alita, very much for being my co-host.
And I'm 7. I mean 8.
Oh my goodness, you've forgotten how old you are. All right.
You're always holding it.
One last thing.
It's not focused.
I know, it's okay. Thank you very much, my co-host. My other co-host would like to tell you what we found on Pinterest. Please have a seat.
Oh, yeah.
On Pinterest this week. What have we done on Pinterest?
We found like that bread. It's monkey bread, pizza monkey bread, and you pull little pieces out and just eat them.
Mm-hmm. And how did you make it? How did we make it?
I can say.
Or we took pizza dough and put olives, cheese, and salami in it.
Mm-hmm. And made a ball.
Dipped them in butter and then put them in a
Bunt can? A bunt pan? I think it's
Yeah.
called a bunt pan. Mm-hmm.
okay, and
A
then-
cake pan. Mm-hmm.
then we baked it, and at the end it were these little tiny things that you could pull out and just eat.
Okay.
And
so
we dipped them in tomato sauce.
totally yummy. Was it good?
Mm. Oh,
Ah, that's our tip on Pinterest. We will link to that in the show notes. We will link to everything in the show notes. Sorry it's been a little chaotic. That's our family. That's how it is. This is how life is in this family. I didn't run 20 kilometers today. In fact, I haven't run in a while because we've been sick this past week. But don't touch that. Yeah, that's what we... Oh, one more thing. German word.
oh yeah.
German word. What's the German word for today?
Stricken.
What does that mean?
To knit.
To knit. So stricken. What is it again, Mr. German man?
Stricken.
Okay, so don't forget. Ich stricke, du,
Strickst.
er,
Strickt.
wir,
Stricken.
stop it with your foot, ihr
Strickt.
und sie.
Stricken.
Okay, we just conjugated the verb for you because, you know, I'm not a teacher or anything.
You are a teacher.
Shh, don't tell anybody. So, anyway,
Teacher.
thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, this is what I love about Knit One Heart 2. If you've made it this far, thanks so much for hanging in there. And we'll have to do a lot of editing today, but that's okay. It was fun. And I'm hoping to do this every week because, do you guys like doing this?
I love it.
Okay, so we'll have to see if I can get some more done. And hopefully my mystery knit will be done.
Wait, I made a little kit to show them.
Okay, nope. I'm hoping that my mystery knit will be done by next week and I have something to show. And that's about it. Hope you guys have a good week. See you later. Bye, guys. Tschüss. I want to say adios.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Go turn it off now.
Yeah.
Okay, one more thing before we forget. If there's anything that you would like to learn in German, knitting German, whatever, please leave a message, leave a comment, and ask us, and we will let you know. That would be fun to learn, to know what you want to learn in German, or anything, really. Do you have any questions, anything like that we can talk about? Another thing is, does anyone know how to do iTunes? I want to...
No, I'll get it to work.
Okay. We'll try to get to work on iTunes.
And
go ahead.
I've programmed the game. It's a knitting game. You have to find like needles and a ball of yarn. And
It was really
yeah.
cute.
And it's going to be at the bottom of the page.
So click on that. Oh, and let's not forget our sponsors. They're not really sponsors, but they're my good friends, and I love their yarn. Yarn Over Berlin. Go visit them. If you live here in Berlin, you can get great yarn here in Berlin. It's an online shop. It's called Yarn Over Berlin. There should be, I would say, over here.
Yeah,
on the
over
sidebar. Over there? On
Yeah,
the
I think so.
sidebar. Check it out. Yarn Over Berlin. It's got a button. Go click on it. Go see what they have.
No, on the link under the button.
Well, okay. Okay. See you later. Tschüss.
Bye.
Go turn it off.